Kenya Arizona Diaspora Hope TV, giving hope to the society.
Hello, great people. Welcome to Kenya Arizona Diaspora Hope TV, where we give hope to a generation. And today in studio, we have a great man, a worshiper, a man full of energy, passion, and the zeal of God. Let him introduce himself.
Okay, my name is Naspan Brian Nanginya. I am born again. I am a singer-songwriter, recording artist. I am also a psychologist professionally. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So we're going to begin from who is Naspan, where has Naspan come from, the background. Yeah.
Naspan is my surname, but I love using my surname. I come from Limuru. I have been living in Limuru for, let's say a good 20-something years.
Wow.
I am in a family of 3, me, my mother, and my brother.
Wow.
A lovely family. My father passed a while ago. So we were just left the 3 of us, which is one amazing family that I have.
Wow.
What else give you?
The background umeshasema.
Okay.
So how has life been since your dad left? Growing together with your mom, your brother, you now as the man of the house.
Man of the house, that's a big shoe. Let me fit in that shoe. Growing up for me, I had to grow up fast.
Yes.
My brother is not as, okay, we have a difference of around 16 years, age difference of around 16 years. So I had to grow up fast, because now my mom had to, take responsibility, be the father and be the mother at the same time. My father passed when I was young. I was around 5. And him having gone, I was left at home. Okay, my mom took like around 3 years to recover from the whole thing. She did not fully recover, but she took around 3 years doing nothing. By the time my father was passing, that was the time she got her first job. So she has now been recently employed, and now my father has left the picture. So my mom akapose kwenda job. Stayed at home for around 3 years. She was always giving me this story. Stayed around for like 3 years or so, trying, to catch up, figure out now my husband is gone, I have a child, I have to start taking responsibility. My dad was the provider, then mom was not employed, she was still in school. Ndio sasa alikuwa anamaliza shule ndio akuwe mwalimu, she's a teacher. So in those 3 years, my mom told me she would get out of the house, sit at some elevated place, and just stay there from morning up to evening, just crying and wondering what she would do. But then one time she said something, and along the story, she's like, before I got my first job, your father was the one who paid my school fees all along. And the moment I got employed, that's when he left. And I thought about it, and I was like, God does not leave us.
Amen. Wow.
My father left, but he did not leave if we were to.
True.
God had a plan that my mom now was to become the provider from that point.
Yeah.
So my father left after his work was done.
Yes.
So other than me growing up and resenting his death and all that, I took it positively, and I saw the positivity in the whole incident. And I grew up now, having to grow up fast, I missed a lot of my childhood. Like, I didn't get to do a lot of things as a child. I I had to be serious.
Yeah.
I had to like work
Mature.
hard. I had to mature fast. So I didn't have many friends in primary school. I was not quite someone you would want to be friends with. I was angry all the time. Like, there's that anger.
Asira.
Yeah, and having the anger when someone steps on you, you just blow on them, and this comes from home and all that. Because now my mom now is working elsewhere. She has a job elsewhere now. She used to come during weekends, so I could see her on Friday evening, Saturday, and then Sunday evening she goes back to work. And I grew up around, my shusho, my grandmother. It might be saying shusho and someone else. My grandmother. Being taken care of by different people. First person who took care of me was my cousin. Her name was Carol. May her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Another one was Wangoi, my cousin, then my aunt, then my shusho. So I grew up around people. And I had this anger. I can't explain it. I don't know where it came from. So didn't have so many friends as I've mentioned in primary school. But I was a smart kid.
Wow.
I used to work hard. I used to do, my mom is a teacher, so you can understand the pressure of mom is a teacher.
Yes.
And you're not allowed to fail in the house. So if you fail at something, like if I failed at an English test in school, I had to start doing every day an English paper until the day I passed that English paper. So you can imagine the pressure that I grew up with, and I was smart. But eventually, something happens along the way. Life changes because times change. So this one time, I'm around. I think I was around around 8 years in bed. So I got sick. I was admitted. I got sick, meningitis. I think it's meningitis. Yeah, meningitis. I hope that's how it's pronounced. So when I got to the hospital, I had left only not even few hours, I think it was minutes to die. My mom didn't even want to hold me. She told my aunt, please go fast, then I'll follow. Because now imagine you've just lost your husband.
And the baby is almost lost.
And your kid is almost dead. I had dried up like half of my body. It was black, like it's all dried up. And the only thing that is moving is my tongue. My head is not moving. You have to, if you're moving me, you have to lift it and move it. My tongue is the only thing that is moving. But I can't speak. So my aunt carried me, took me to Kejabi Hospital. There is something they did in the back. I was small, so I can't have all the details. But I have never felt pain. Like there is something they did to get some water. I don't know about meningitis. But then why I'm telling this story is because eventually God has a purpose in everyone's life.
Amen.
And God is the one who didn't allow me to die. My aunt and my mom were telling me that I spoke the first word, I think after 2 weeks. You can imagine you are a mother sleeping next to your child who has not opened his eyes or said a word in 2 weeks. I have been asleep for 2 weeks. And you've recently lost your husband. And so stayed there for 3 months. That was a memory that reminds me of the goodness of God.
Amen.
It's something that I hold on to every day, remembering that God was faithful.
Amen.
The devil wanted to take me out.
God preserved you.
Yeah.
Wow.
For a purpose and for a reason.
Amen.
Only He knows. Yeah, and you know, He reveals that every day.
Amen. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a great testimony and a powerful one. Back to to your mom. The greatest challenge that you saw your mom pass through as she was raising you. Do you mind sharing about it? The greatest challenge you'll do just one day, maybe, or maybe you've done or appreciated her, or you would want to give us something because of that challenge that you saw her go through.
There's one thing I respect my mom for, and it is stepping up.
Wow.
Like, she's my, I don't even know how to describe it. Her stepping up was something most people in our generation are not doing. Like, you find you get pregnant, and, you know, whatever means it was, if it was, you know, I don't want to say accident, because no one is an accident. And we find in our generation people just terminate pregnancies.
Abortion all over. Yes.
And it's strength to step up.
Wow.
And regardless of pressure. And I think if you have ever built up to something, if you have had a dream and you have worked towards it, you know how hard it is to work towards a dream. So you can imagine my mom stepping up and raising me. And surprisingly, I did not lack a thing. Like, she worked so hard. She worked with all she had.
Yes.
It's recently in the Otanaona, she's now resting, you know. Like,
wow.
She has done so much now, she's relaxing. That is the one thing I think even my kids will have to learn. Stepping up. You have to step up. Don't point fingers.
Yes.
Don't
blame games.
Not blame games. No. Just step up. Step up. No matter how something happened, no matter the circumstance, step up.
Yes.
It's strength. I know it's not easy. But it's strength. That is the one thing I think, Mom.
Wow.
It's the one thing
we celebrate you, Mama, and if you find that maybe in one day to watch this video, the son really celebrates you and appreciates you for stepping up. And that's great, Naspan. What do you do, Naspan?
Currently, what I'm doing? Currently, I'm just making music. I'm just making music, writing songs. I'm a songwriter. I help on and off some few artists. I'm also waiting for my graduation. I'm waiting for my graduation. I just finished my counseling psychology coursework.
Wow, amazing.
So, other than that, I'm preparing for testing.
Wow, that's great. Tell us your music journey.
Oh, music journey. I grew up singing. My mom told me that I used to sing some funny song, some funny secular song. When I was a child, there was this lady who was our friend, a family friend. Her name was Joki. There's this song. I don't know. Let me sing it the way I was singing. Bonacha. So she was a friend to me. I was a child, but she was a friend. And whenever she left, like ameniacha home and up I was like, that is the first memory of me singing as a child. I used to sing in primary school a lot. I used to sing some few Kikuyu songs by some few artists like Jane Muthoni. There was Dennis Mutara. Ben Gida, yes. That was the age I was in primary school.
Wow.
And but now officially I began singing when I was in Form 1. So I'm nimetoka dining hall. It's our first year in school, our first first term. And I'm coming to class, rolling my plate. If you guys used to do this thing with your plates where you place it on your finger and then roll the plate. So
Wow.
I came singing. I was singing some song. I don't even remember the song. And then there was a guy in our class. His name was Joel. And he heard me sing and he was like, you can sing. It's something. It's a talent. I'm like, wow. It's just singing. So what is it like? But he used to sing a lot in class.
Wow.
So he could drum and sing. And he told me, let's try it out. Let's practice a song and then sing it on Sunday.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you have anything in mind? He's like, yeah, this is the song I have in mind. We trained and then presented it, and I was like, yo, maybe this is my thing.
Wow.
Like, I love how I have easily accomplished that song. I love how it has flowed. I have enjoyed it.
Wow.
So I decided, you know what? I think let's be doing this oftenly. And we trained, kept singing. So most of my high school time, I spent my high school time doing music.
Wow.
So I could present songs, Sundays, parades, events, those high school events, big music festivals, and started writing songs.
Oh, still in high school?
High school.
Uh-huh.
Joel was very good at singing,
Yeah.
playing instruments, and writing songs.
Wow.
So he trained me in so many things.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I want to show people, that nothing is an accident.
Sure.
Everything is calculated. God knows what he's doing.
Yes.
You might not understand a thing, but God knows what he's doing. Like that was another thing that is still connected to my destiny.
Wow. God.
Someone was placed in a certain school for a certain reason.
Wow.
And why I'm saying in a certain school,
Yes.
I went, it was on a Friday, it was on a Thursday, we went to check out a school. I had passed my KCP and we went to check out a school so that I can join the school.
Yeah.
Some schools said no, some said they will give your child an opportunity after, we have picked anyone who is above 390 and all that. And so my mom went to check out a school and I go to the gate and I'm like, I don't want this school. It's a good school.
But you don't feel the vibe of it. I vibe.
No. And I'm stubborn when I don't want to do something. I am seriously stubborn. If I tell you I'm not going to do something and then you force me,
Yeah. It won't flow.
you're going to suffer. So we came back home. So it's 3 days. People have been admitted.
Yeah.
Everyone has gone to school.
Yeah, still you're at home.
I'm still at home. So a letter came to the specific school I was called by the government. And the moment I opened the letter, first of all, I had information about the school. The school was not very disciplined. One of my neighbors was in that school.
Yeah.
And the school was not as disciplined as you want your child to be in a certain school. So I opened the letter and I was like, yeah, this is where I want to go. I just understood, and deep down I knew I want this.
Wow.
So joined Kirukuya Boys High School. And that's where my music journey began.
Yes.
That's where I understood some few,
Curious.
destiny connected things.
Wow.
I could lead praise and worship, and it was different.
Wow.
Not my words,
Yeah.
but different people's words.
Yes.
I remember there's a preacher who came and he was like, whoever you are, I don't know, but I'm gonna give you my. He had a very good watch.
Wow.
So he's like, I'm gonna give you my watch. Whoever you are is great, and I don't know who you really are, but this is like to honor.
Yeah. The ministry, the music ministry.
I couldn't understand the language then.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, nice watch, thank you. High school having a nice watch.
Wow.
Something. So, and many people could say different things.
Yes.
Leading. I think you are a worship leader, and leading people in worship is not.
Yeah, it's
as
not
easy as
easy.
it sounds.
It cannot
So
be.
leading 1,000 and something boys, and they respond.
Wow.
And it's not praise songs, it is worship songs, and they respond.
It's purely grace.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So that is when I understood some few things about destiny, about ministry.
Yeah.
I had a Mom Phyllis, another woman I respect.
Wow.
she told me one thing, and I have lived with it. She told me, your case will always be different. And she said, don't ever forget that.
Wow.
Honestly, anytime I find like something challenging or something that is opposing me, I just stand up and I speak those words.
Wow.
My case is different.
Wow.
And things just open up. You know, that's another general in my life.
Amen.
I've had the privilege of, you know,
Wow.
being held by generals.
Wow.
I understood, you know, the language of now having a father figure in life.
Yeah.
So my class teacher is like a father figure to me.
Wow.
He was called Mr. Moneki. He was like a father figure to me. I was even calling the memories of him just the other day in a mat when I was down. I was thinking, and there are people I really value in my life. People who are placed there by God.
Yes.
By the time I'm getting to high school, the first year, my mom married.
Yeah.
And now we had a brother now. So I mean, my mom didn't even take me to join high school the first day.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital. So I was taken by my stepdad. So I think I have shown a pattern of people being placed in my life, and God preserving destiny. There are accidents and incidents that have happened. They are Him providing. There's one time I went home for school fees. And I told Him, God, I will never go back again home because of school fees. I went once. And when I came back to school, I had a scholarship. Someone paid my school fees for the whole Form 4 year.
Wow.
I had an organization that was paying for my school fees and providing for some few things. They were placed in my life when I was young. So they helped me. It's a compassion. It's called compassion. It helped me in my life. And till date, every school I join, they have my money. Like even campus, they have my money. Like every school I join, they're not me having their debt. They have my money. So that's another thing that God, it's calculated. That is, God is intentional. That is the one thing I want you to understand. God is intentional. So, and I have showed you a pattern of people, specific people placed, because sometimes you don't even know what we need, but He knows what we need. So He places people in our lives to fill the gaps that we have. And I always pursue my music journey.
Wow, great people. We thank you for this wonderful, inspiring story by Minister Maston. For part 2, stay tuned. God bless you all. Thank you.
Kenya, Arizona Diaspora Hope TV, giving hope to the society.